Skol, Vikings Nation. What's good, purple and gold faithful? It's your boy, Jake, here with the hottest Minnesota Vikings news to light up your day. Buckle up, because we just got a massive update from Egan that's going to shake up our offensive line. The Vikings made a slick move after minicamp, and it's got us all buzzing. Can you feel the energy? Let's talk about a new face joining the squad and what it means for our 2025 season. Picture this: a beast of an offensive lineman, fresh from the SEC, ready to protect J.J. McCarthy and pave the way for Aaron Jones. Who is this guy and why is everyone hyped? That's right, we're diving into the signing of Vershon from the South Carolina Gamecocks. But hold up, there's a twist with a roster move that's got fans talking. Stick with me as we break it all down. In today's video, we're rolling through 10 electrifying scenes to unpack this Vikings news. From Lee's college dominance to the tough call to cut a safety, we're leaving no stone unturned. So, grab your horns, hit that like button, and let's get into it. What do you think this move means for our O-line? Drop it in the comments. The Vikings just dropped a bombshell after wrapping up their mandatory minicamp in Egan, and it's all about beefing up the trenches. On Friday, Minnesota announced they've signed offensive lineman Vershon, a South Carolina Gamecock who's ready to bring some SEC grit to the NFC North. This move screams commitment to protecting our young QB, J.J. McCarthy, and keeping our run game fierce. Lee's no stranger to the Vikings' radar. He had a tryout with the team on Thursday and even visited during a top 30 pre-draft session. Despite going undrafted in the 2025 NFL Draft, this guy's got the skills to make an impact. But why now? With minicamp in the books, the Vikings are clearly fine-tuning their roster for training camp next month. So what's the big deal about Vershon? Imagine a 6'3", 304-pound wall who started 40 games in college. This dude's versatile, having played center, left guard, and right tackle. Vikings fans, are you pumped to see him in purple? Let me know in the comments, what position do you think he'll lock down? Vershon's college resume is straight up impressive, and it's no wonder the Vikings scooped him up. Over 5 seasons at South Carolina, he played in 51 games, starting 40 of them. That's the kind of experience you want in a lineman who's got to face monsters like Aaron Donald or Dexter Lawrence. In 2024, he anchored the Gamecocks line, starting all 13 games at center. But it's not just about the snaps. Lee was named a Rex Enright permanent team captain after the 2024 season, showing he's got leadership in spades. Plus, he earned a spot on the SEC Fall Academic Honor Roll and co-won South Carolina's Community Service Award. This guy's a leader on and off the field, exactly the kind of player Kevin O'Connell loves. Now, let's talk numbers. Pro Football Focus gave Lee solid run-blocking grades, 71.4 in 2024 and 72.0 in 2023. That means he's opening holes for running backs like Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason to feast. Vikings Nation, do you think Lee's run-blocking will take our ground game to the next level? Hit me with your thoughts. Let's get physical. Vershon's measurables are exactly what you want in an NFL lineman. At South Carolina's Pro Day in March 2025, he clocked in just over 6'3" and tipped the scales at 304 pounds. That's a perfect blend of size and agility to hold up against NFL defensive fronts. But wait, there's more. He's got strength for days. Lee threw up 28 reps of 225 pounds on the bench press, showing he can push back against those beefy D-tackles. His 40-yard dash, a respectable 5.12 seconds for a big man, proving he's got enough quickness to pull or get to the second level. These stats had teams like the Chiefs and Bears eyeing him for rookie minicamps, but the Vikings won the race. Picture Lee stonewalling a pass rusher while J.J. McCarthy drops a dime to Justin Jefferson. That's the vision, right? But here's the question. Can Lee's athleticism translate to the NFL? Drop your take in the comments. Will he be a starter or a depth guy? To make room for Vershon, the Vikings had to make a tough call, and it's got fans buzzing. They waived safety Bubba Bolden, a move that raised some eyebrows since Bolden was Minnesota's first free agent signing back in March. It's a reminder of how cutthroat the NFL roster game can be, even before training camp. Bolden's release clears a spot for Lee, but it also signals the Vikings' confidence in their safety depth. With guys like Harrison Smith and Cameron Bynum holding it down, Minnesota's prioritizing the trenches over secondary depth right now. Still, letting go of a guy like Bolden who's got upside stings a bit. What do you think, Vikings fans? Was cutting Bolden the right move to bring in Lee? Or should we have kept the safety for depth? I'm curious. Sound off in the comments and let's debate this roster shakeup. Vershon Lee's journey to the Vikings is a classic underdog story, and it's got us rooting for him. Hailing from Woodbridge, Virginia, this Freedom Woodbridge High School grad was an all-state lineman before starring at South Carolina. Going undrafted in 2025 could have been a setback, but Lee's resilience shines through. After the draft, he got invites to rookie minicamps with the Kansas City Chiefs and Chicago Bears. Those are two playoff-caliber teams, so you know Lee's got something special. His tryout with the Vikings on Thursday sealed the deal, proving he's ready to grind for a roster spot. This guy's got heart, and that's what Vikings football is all about. Imagine Lee pancaking a defender in US Bank Stadium while the Skol chant echoes. Gives you chills, right? But here's the big question. Can Lee beat the odds and make the 53-man roster? Let me know what you think in the comments. The Vikings' offensive line has been a work in progress, but 2025 is looking stacked. Lee joins a unit that's already been upgraded with guards Will Fries and Donovan Jackson, plus center Ryan Kelly. Add in tackles like Blake Brandel and Walter Rouse as backups, and you've got serious competition for those interior spots. Lee's versatility could be his ticket to playing time. Minnesota's front office, led by Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, is all in on protecting J.J. McCarthy, who's stepping in as QB1 after missing 2024 with a knee injury. A strong O-line also means more lanes for Aaron Jones and new trade acquisition Jordan Mason to dominate. Lee's addition feels like another piece of the puzzle for a playoff push. Vikings Nation, how hyped are you for this O-line glow-up? Do you think Lee's the missing link to make us a top 10 unit? Drop your predictions in the comments. I want to hear your bold takes. Lee's signing isn't just about depth. It's about building a culture. Kevin O'Connell's Vikings are all about toughness, smarts, and heart, and Lee checks every box. His SEC experience means he's faced elite competition, from Georgia's Bulldozers to Alabama's Speed Rushers. That's the kind of battle-tested player you want in the trenches. Plus, Lee's leadership as a team captain at South Carolina shows he can rally the huddle. Whether he's snapping the ball at center or pulling at guard, his presence could stabilize an O-line that's had its share of ups and downs. And don't forget his Community Service Award. This guy's a role model who'll rep the Vikings right. What's your vibe on Lee's fit with O'Connell's system? Can he bring that SEC swagger to Minnesota? Hit the comments and let's talk about how he elevates our squad. The timing of Lee's signing is no accident. With mandatory minicamp done and OTAs wrapping up next week, the Vikings are gearing up for training camp in July. This is when roster battles heat up, and Lee's got a chance to shine. His tryout performance clearly impressed the coaching staff, but now he's got to prove it against NFL veterans. Minnesota's also facing a brutal 2025 schedule, including a London game against the Browns and a tough 4-game stretch against teams like the Eagles. A deep, reliable O-line is critical to surviving that gauntlet. Lee's addition gives the Vikings flexibility to handle injuries or matchups against elite D-lines. Vikings fans, what's your gut saying? Will Lee make waves in training camp, or is he a practice squad guy? I'm pumped to see him compete. Drop your thoughts in the comments. This move has bigger implications for the Vikings' 2025 season. After a 14-3 campaign in 2024 with Sam Darnold, Minnesota's now banking on J.J. McCarthy to keep the momentum going. But as ESPN's Ross Tucker pointed out, some analysts predict a drop-off to 7 to 8 wins with a rookie QB. A guy like Lee could help silence the doubters by keeping McCarthy upright. The Vikings also traded for running back Jordan Mason, pairing him with Aaron Jones for a lethal backfield. With Lee's run-blocking grades, he could be the key to unlocking explosive plays on the ground. If Minnesota's O-line gels, this offense could be a nightmare for defenses, especially with Justin Jefferson stretching the field. What's your dream scenario for this offense? McCarthy dropping dimes, Jones and Mason gashing defenses, and Lee pancaking D-linemen? Paint the picture in the comments. I'm all ears. Skol. Vikings Nation, we're just getting started. Vershon Lee's signing is a spark that could ignite our O-line and propel us to the playoffs. From his SEC dominance to his underdog grit, this guy's got the makings of a purple and gold warrior. But the road to the roster is tough, and we'll be watching every snap in training camp. Stay locked in for more Vikings news as we count down to the season. What's next for our squad? Will Lee lock down a starting spot? Or is another roster move coming? Smash that like button if you're hyped for 2025, and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss a single update. Share this video with your fellow Vikings fans, and let's get US Bank Stadium rocking. One last time, Vikings Nation, what's your bold prediction for Vershon Lee? Starter, backup, or practice squad? Drop it in the comments, and let's keep the Skol chant alive. This is Jake, signing off. See you in the next one.